Nusantara also has Pola Binus, dan lepas itu ke universitas. In private venture. Actually, sometimes Halim Saad would have another university. So can suggest that people are rich like this. But some leaders, no, actually other. Taylor's other. Taylor's University, tapi they have Taylor's International School and Taylor's Private School ada. Apa yang sana? Sunway. Sunway also has their own school. KD, yang dekat Kota Damansara tu?
Segi.
KDU. Yes. So ada. Government tak ada. Tapi corporate ada. Singapore ada. Oh, sorry. MOOCs and Open Education is the book that will be published in March. This book is now being edited in the final stages, and I was invited to write a chapter. So I'm writing a chapter to cover both Malaysia and Indonesia. No, this is Routledge, by Routledge Publishing. I think soft copy US $39.95, hard copy was $159 for libraries. So that's just want to show you the books, book with the revolution. Okay, if you go to this Imandus website, again I'm part of this project. This is a European funded project. Then I'm in this project to produce or to consolidate their information. If you go to the Imandus Atlas, go in there, you will see, it's not comprehensive yet, but you will see examples of MOOCs and open education projects. Okay, I think time for break. Yeah? Any questions or anything you want to ask, anything that strikes your mind, any opinion that can be of interest to everyone else? And then okay, can I ask you one question? What does it make you feel after knowing all this? Ada perasaan apa tak?
So left behind.
I feel so left behind.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Personally, I'm not IT savvy. I'm still learning. And I don't know, because of our financial constraint, that's basically our setback.
Financial constraint to set up infrastructure and to reduce things. Okay. Maybe we can think of a way how to make it possible still. Because we have OERs, we don't have to start from scratch. Kita boleh find a way to work in teams to produce materials and then share. Maybe we can discuss this tomorrow. Any other opinion? What do you feel after this last few slides? Tak perlu ada sekolah, tak perlu ada cikgu. Mungkin? No, I don't think so.
For me, the challenge is maknanya kita kena dedahkan kepada pelajar-pelajar kita tentang keadaan macam ni. Terutamanya kami dari East Coast kan, benda-benda macam ni lambatlah sikit sampai. So kita rasa rehatkan daripada kementerian ke apa semua ni, pergi buat roadshow ke apa semua, dedahkan kepada pelajar-pelajar. Sebab bila dengar daripada cikgu-cikgu, lain sikit dia rasa ni dah biasa sangat kan. Kalau dapat dengar daripada profesor ke misalnya. Sebab ini dia future. Kita masa yang dah berlalu, mereka adalah masa yang akan datang.
Yes, it. Very interesting comment, yeah? Yeah, students should go.
One question to
Yeah.
I mean, this is to do with like virtual learning and all that. how is it possible for us to incorporate this kind of learning in our present curriculum for secondary schools?
I think it's possible. Maybe not to do it 100% online, but can be blended. And then there is a school based on the concept of open schooling in the US. I haven't gone into it, but I know it exists. And I would think that is a school where the materials or the resources used are actually open education resources. So it's a revolution actually, yeah, because it's really transforming existing schools into something that's virtual. But I think with our students, we cannot go 100% virtual. In fact, my feeling is when I teach the 100% online master's course, I find that the students from the other countries are able to manage it better than our own local Malaysian students. Our own local Malaysian students maybe 10% or 20% are good. The rest, they just have to, they take a longer time to flow in as the rest. So I think it's just the whole system of education that we had in the past. Maybe I should ask Cash, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you feel?
Lonely is a lonely journey actually. Online, you have to have very strong self motivation. Thank you. Yeah, basically it's that most of us we would call that as a lonely journey. Even we are in Malaysia, I hardly meet my colleagues. Hardly, maybe once a year. Even kalau online pun, we hardly chat. Most of them are not that friendly. I je lah yang sorang-sorang. Shock sendiri ya. You know? Tapi diorang ada virtual world. They are actively communicate with others kan. Tapi bila when it comes to learning ni, first is self motivation, especially kalau adults learners. Sebabnya most of us are working kan, and then at the same time we have to juggle between studying and working and other things. Chatting kat Facebook lagi kan, busy WhatsApp. Thanks.
Okay, so there will be some challenge lah. In younger age, get a bit more difficult because the adults at least because you're paying for your fees, then you have some form of motivation and maybe force yourself. Tapi ada yang drop out. Yes, ada yang drop out. So sometimes they come in for 1 semester, 2 semesters, lepas tu they don't come in anymore, so they say they cannot cope. Because online learning demands more. It demands more of the teacher, it also demands more of the student.
It's more popular to the
I don't know, tak pernah analyze kan? Siapa yang lebih can cope whether the ladies or the men?
sebab biasa ladies dia suka kamu.
Ah,
Dia tak suka online. Tak ada gitu.
Generally, kalau it's not so much about gender, tapi depends macam Prof cakap tadi. Kalau overseas they are more active, memang aktif. And bila kan kalau online ni, we don't really have a teacher or teachers. Basically, what we have is only facilitators. They will facilitate us how to learn things and bagi guideline saja. The rest you have to explore. And there's no textbook pun. We are so used to textbook kan. Bila tak ada textbook macam belajar ke tak ke. Tapi actually we don't need that. We can have everything on the net, from the internet. Kan? We can just always Google. And then kalau nak buat citation pun, it doesn't have to come from books. Any writing materials, either hard copy atau soft copy. Tapi kalau daripada gender, I would say kalau lelaki pun aktif. Sama aja. Kalau at my level lah, my class, my course. Kalau I ambil book, same thing. Kalau MOOC, based on my I dah ambil 3 MOOC. Kalau yang 2 tu mostly lelaki. Kalau yang from Canada tu mostly perempuan. Yang from Asia lelaki. Thanks.
Okay, so anyone else, maybe just one more opinion about what you felt in the last 2 hours? Just what you felt and how you think we can move forward. Okay? Yeah.
I just like to share something. I think in Malaysia we have a great challenge. That is where we need to ensure not only that we have the facilities in school, but also the capabilities of our teachers to move ahead with the technology so that whatever facilities we have in school later on will not just be white elephant. Students is not a problem, as mentioned by a few teachers just now. The biggest challenge would be our teachers. One thing for the boarding school is always the academic performance, and having to ensure that students perform well and at the same time balance it out with students progressing their own learning using the facilities that we have. That it will be a big challenge for the teachers in the 10 SBPs, I think.
All right, noted. Not easy. Not easy. Again, when you talk about teachers' capability, how best are teachers supported for that? Any idea? Number one is continuous upgrading, learning and relearning, and like for me, I learn on my own, and I attend conferences. So at conferences, especially international conferences, especially those young e-learning and all that, you learn from what other people are doing. So then after that, when you get something, then you will explore some more about what they talked about. Because when they present papers for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you don't get everything. Maybe you heard something, and then you go on. Maybe you do research, maybe you just explore on your own. So the same thing I think in the school. Nobody can tell us everything, and there's so much to know.
It's not just the managing the ICT.
It is not only managing the ICT or the facilities, it's also managing the students learning using the facilities. That teachers need to master, because if it's 1-to-1 in the classroom or 1-to-30 or 25 in the classroom, it's something that you see the students there. You can control the students. But when they're learning on their own, when you let them, research on their own and everything, you have to monitor, you have to check on them. That is also a challenge.
Okay, I think tomorrow, second morning session, we will address that. Okay, shall we take a break? Setengah jam, and then we back here at 11. Okay, yes. Okay, see you all later.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.